So tonight we have the roller, the ladybird and spiky ball. We are looking at massage and stretch and strength. Let's make a start. Nice. Anything you say is being recorded now for the purposes of... This is lovely. I just realised what Izzy was saying there. Take a breath in. Breathing out, shoulders up, and I was talking to some people, marketing people on Friday, and they were saying, I was saying about trying to get my classes to subscribe to the channel and like the videos. Actually, even use the videos, that'd be nice. Because some people charge people for them, a monthly fee. You can get them for free. And they said, well, why should they put a review on YouTube? What would make them? What's in it for them? I'll leave that with you. What would it take to get you to put a review or subscribe to the channel? Chocolate. Chocolate. Okay. Okay. Bribery. Pardon? Bribery. Bribery and corruption. So knowing how to do it. Knowing how to do it. I love that. Turn the music down in a minute. Think about how you're standing tall, lengthen through the spine. You have to crown the head towards the ceiling. Yeah, you can turn yourself around so you're facing me. Turn yourself, you don't have to be tied on anything like that. So you can turn yourself face on. Golden threads, lifting the crown of the head towards the ceiling, shoulders up, back, and down. Chin nodded, ears in line. The shoulders, welcome to the class. Can I say? Good evening. And it's daylight outside pretty much. Triangle with your hands. Heel of your hand on your hip, fingers on the pubic bone, tilt the pelvis forward and back. Come back to the point where your pelvis goes from the side of here. Come back to the point where your pelvis is level. Place one hand on your navel, one hand on your back. Ideally, you would be parallel. Straighten out the legs. Take a breath in. Breathe it out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Make a gap between your navel and your hand. I like where your is looking down, just check. Shrink the waist, putting up on your pelvic floor. Back passage, front boobs got in the way. Relax halfway. Push it against you. Relax halfway. Sway forward and back. Close your eyes. How far forward can you sway without falling over? This was Sam last week. Oh, you didn't speak, did you? No. Did a lot of reading and a lot of reading. Drawing, I understand. Yeah. Come back towards the middle. Have to make sure that you're evenly distributed in your weight between your heel and the ball of your feet. Let the feet roll in. Let the feet roll out. So from here, then we can. What should we do? Yeah, let's do our rotation. Hips are facing forward. Imagine I've got my hands on your hips. Don't let the hips move, but you're moving the upper body. Anytime you do tango, this will help you do your ocho, that conversation. That can be really useful, isn't it? It's a nice way of rotating through the spine and releasing any tightness through the spine. Arms are forward. Your other option here, we can do our bow and arrow arms. One arm stays facing forward, rotating, look back at the elbow. Other side. But just a little bit different for you. Just to rotate through the body. Then, because you're doing bow and arrow arms, still keep your other hand facing forward, so you still keep your aim true. Well done. And shake out the arms. Let's just do some side bends. Again, keeping the hips straight. Try not to bend one knee. Try not to lean outwards. Good. We can lift up your left arm. Oh, I can't tell you how good that is. Arms are straight. Lift the other arm. I should turn the camera around to show you all, shouldn't I, to all the hundreds of people watching this video. Circle the shoulders and We've got the spiky ball tonight. We've got the help us with our flexibility. Let's do the spiky ball test. So your back straight and your legs are straight. Hinging forward from the hip. Keep it completely straight. We're going to see where do the hands touch on your legs. That's where mine are. And some people will round through the back. Watch my back. Some people think, oh, they look at their neighbour and think, oh, they're very flexible. And they will round to try and get further. That's what we don't want. Back straight, legs straight. How far can you go? Find that point of tightness. Where do your hands touch on your legs? So that's your before test. Chalk mark on your leg so you can tell. Get the spiky ball, and we're just going to massage one of your feet. Stay on that same foot. Thou shalt not go on the other one until I say. That's all part of the test. There's another test, lots of tests tonight. So massage the arch of your feet. I'm using a spiky ball. You can use a tennis ball, a golf ball, which somebody once described it as exquisite pain. In those days when we could talk about pain. So inside the foot, middle. Some massage there through plantar fascia. People with plantar fasciitis, this will help. Help with the general flexibility, the heel of the foot. And then the ball of the foot. Yeah, so some people can feel it, their feet are sensitive to this, some people aren't.
My feet are really bad. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's like sensitive souls. See why it's there? That's a new one. Let's do a roll down and see if one arm's longer than the other. Have a look to see. I get mixed results on this one. And roll it through. What do we think?
Yeah.
Right. Louder. Let's roll the other. So it just goes to show how we can massage one part of the body and it will affect you elsewhere. Let's change to the foot, inside of the arch, the middle, outer part of the arch. That's it. The feet are designed to, as we walk or run, as we land, we heel to toe. The foot is designed to be soft and floppy, just absorb any kind of shock, and then it will stiffen up to propel us forward into walking. So it is supposed to either invert, but it's designed to come in and out. It's designed to externally rotate, internally rotate, and it's designed to go forward and back. So it's a 3D effect on the feet. So it's good for us to keep them mobile. There's a whole school of thought with biomechanics. Does it start from the feet going up? Is it the pelvis going down or the pelvis going up? Who knows? I did hear myself talk today and I thought, Lynn, you do talk a lot of rubbish. No, it's not rubbish, but I do talk a lot. And I suddenly thought, I wonder if that's why people aren't hearing because they've just switched off. When I go to classes, and they might as well be talking a foreign language, so I do switch off. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try not to talk too much. And I've broken my rule already. Let's now do the spiky ball test to see how flexible you are now. Hinge you from the hips, back straight, leg straight. So now my hands are now on my shin. So they're much further down. Anybody else, has it made a difference?
Yes, further down.
Is the right answer. Thank you. Roll down now. See how more flexible you are now. And ideally your arms are now the same length.
Well, 6 inches difference.
Again, there's lots of theories to do with massage, and a lot of them have been disproved and they get disputed in the knees. But massage can help you with your flexibility. School of thought is just the fact you've someone touched your skin, it's relaxed your nervous system, that's why it gets you out of pain. And that gets disputed. I just think if you get benefits from massage, do it. If you don't, don't. Roll down. Some people love it, some people don't like to be touched, which is fine. 3 stack first, but one on top of the other. So double value for money with the rollers. We get to do massage and we get to do strength as well. Good. Shake out the hands, shake out the legs. Let's take the roller. I'm not sure I'm going to do this on the screen. Go against the wall. Go against the anything flat surface. Start the roller against your back. Probably I could do it on you. And then when you come down, see how low you can get, and back up again. If you find it's uncomfortable with your knees, so just otherwise just do ordinary squats. I can't show it very well on here. How low, but have your back go into the roller, put the weight into the roller, so you're getting a massage of your back as well as working through the quads. You might need to bring your feet further forward. If your knees don't like it, just don't use the roller, just do ordinary squats. I don't want to see people rubbing their knees. I don't mind you rubbing the quads, but not your knees. So have a look down at your feet to make sure some of you might want that right angle, some of you might need the feet further forward. It might suit you further back. Play with the position of your feet. Play with the position of my roller on here. How are we doing? Eyes looking forward to the horizon so you don't look sad and downcast. So you can come down for your spot all the way down as low as you can manage and halfway up for 10. Actually, I won't count. Well done. 5 more I'm making. But we're getting massage of your back. Is there any consolation? My quads are just killing me right now. I'm having to stay down low with the sledge. Hold it at 90 degrees. I'm with you. I'm with you. 10. 9. Exercises.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2, a bit lower, Sam, if you can, bring your feet further forward though. 10, 9, 8, go on, and 7. You are now a chair. 6, 5, we go any lower then? 3, 2, and 1. So we've worked the quads, and now we can massage them and stretch them. Come down onto your mats. Stand on. Start with the roller. Actually, I'm a bit closer to the screen. Start with the roller so it's just above your knees. And slowly let it come up your legs. If it's too uncomfortable, oh, you've got the really, keep it for the hamstrings, but yeah, get another one. That would be nasty on your legs. Yeah, that would be awful on your quads. You are still doing a dynamic plank. So if you haven't got a roller, how would you be doing ordinary planks by now? Some people do find this one uncomfortable, shall we say? I'm just keeping an eye, make sure there's been no message for people trying to get on. Oh, she's into it, and it's down. Saying odd to Julie. Oh. Okay, yeah, so we're starting the roller just above our knee. Guys, try not to let your back dip. I might have to name and shame you if I can't come away. That's it. So keep your torso lifted. Keep it lifted, yeah. The toes can go in. If it's too uncomfortable, use the ladybird instead at any time. Is that a yes, Lynn?
Yes, yeah.
Don't suffer. For those still on the roller, we can have the roller just by our knees and bend and straighten. Yes, Elaine. Good. That's what I want to see that. And then let the roller come up a little bit more, bend and straighten. It might be low on the pleasure scale. We don't talk about pain anymore. Let the roller come up your leg a bit more. Izzy. Bend and straighten. Someone said, is it because I'm so skinny that it hurts? And someone said, is it because I'm so fat that it hurts? Not, it might. And then there's a whole theory about it just squashes muscle against bone and you're not really doing anything. Keep going, and Izzy, let the roller come further up your leg. All the way to the top. Oh, Liz, I forgot the pulse roller. I've got one that vibrates.
That sounded wrong.
I know, I did it wrong. But it's really very, very good, actually. Fine. I always think of you. So that's, we've massaged the quads. Now we can massage the shin. Can't get the muscle. We've got the shin bone in the middle. target the muscle on the outside. So let your toes come in. This is more of an workout for your abs. So this is where you're doing your knees here. If you're at home, you could just no roller, you can hold it here. And it might be that you do your downward dog into plank. That would mimic the action. Bend your knee, bring your knees into chest. That's one variation. Keep the runners, single leg here. In case there's any runners here or watching the video. There we go. Those of you that want to work the abs a bit harder, jackknife here. I just want to show you a variation, just for your benefits, the benefits of the camera. Hopefully it'll work. So this is a party trick. So you can be on your front, on your hands. So then we can then do our here. You don't have to find a pen. Well, we just show you what you could be doing. You could then, from that position, do your shoulder press. Or not, or not. I see nobody's tempted. Actually, you might want to do it on her phone, might she? Gee, think about it. Oh. Guys, if you get rolling now, hip flexors. Oh, very sexy. I won't show it on the camera. But the camera's, Jill's just stripping down to her sports bra. It's going to be X-rated, isn't it, this one? Take the roller, I'm going to have it on your hip flexors. They are right to the top of your hip. Responsible for lifting the knee, responsible for flexing your body. When we're sat down, they can become tight and the glutes can become weak. So we want to massage hip flexors. So it's right at the front where if you put your hand in your jeans pocket, right at the top of your leg, where it touches the hip. So I'm using my other leg to roll me forward and back. I'll just show it on the other leg just for the purpose of the camera. Some people might want to lift both legs. It's right at the top, right on the edge. Yes, the leg that's on the roller is straight. Otherwise, use your ladybird. Change to the side if you haven't already. Oh, thank you, Jill. But you're on your front though, Elaine. On the front, on the front. Guys, make sure you're on the front of the leg, right at the very top. It looks like I'm on my side, but right on the front. This is lovely for you after your skiing. Ooh. It's all, I like that. Say that again, Sam.
It's all good. Thank you, Lee.
So we've worked the quads. Now we can massage them. We've massaged the quads. Now we can stretch them. So one lady came to class and she said she couldn't do this stretch, but she couldn't reach her leg, but she could after having used the roller. So there we go. Gently push your hip into the mat. That hip flexor stretch. You can then change the other leg. You could, guys, have a watch. You could do both legs. Lifting your hips. Breathe in. Breathe rocker. Breathing out. So, or not. And that's a test. If you can't lift your knees, it's because your hip flexors are probably tight. Should, could, would, probably. Yeah. Let's do some gentle work for the hamstrings, a gentle stretch for the quads. We did this last week. Bend the knee, point and flex the foot. Alternate. Once you know what you're doing, rest your forehead on your hands. Point and flex. So we're pointing the toe here and to dorsiflex of the foot. Drop that into conversation. Strictly speaking, that's your plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. You might win a quiz because of that. So we said, what's the point of doing this one? It's like a knee, early days rehab for the knee. This is quite nice to do something nice, isn't it? That double kick, so point, flex, yes. We can then bend one leg, bend the right, so maybe right knee. We can then lift, so keep that hip bone down, lift that knee for 10, 9. Don't lift it if it comes into your back. Don't lift it so high. Try and keep that hip bone down, touching the back. The more glutes now, legs straight, lift, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep that leg raised, bend and straighten 10. If it comes into your back, lower the leg. Quite like that one. What do we think? Yeah. Ah, nice to get the approval of the room. Change to the side. I'm just turning myself around for the camera. You don't have to. We bent that leg and we lift that knee from the mat. Flex the foot so you don't get cramped. So that is your glute strength, hip flexor stretch. Say as if it's really interesting. Keep that knee bent, but lift, yeah, up towards the ceiling. Oh, you're finishing off where you, Lisa? Change the other leg. Straighten out that leg and lift for 10. Squeeze that front of the thigh. I'm looking for leg to be straight rather than high. Keep that knee raised, bend and straighten that leg in that position. I always think of The King and I when I see the feet in this position. Remember that film? My mum told me about it. Oh, it's the thing. Oh, nice. You can release our backs, come into your shell stretch. You might be able to get deeper into your stretch there. Now you've massaged the quad. Come back down onto your fronts again, please. Oh, Elaine, was it you said the Pilates teacher didn't have my nice voice? He was speaking fancy. Oh, he? Oh, you'd never catch me showing off. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. I've been quoting you all week. I've said, this lady went on a holiday and her Pilates teacher didn't have a nice voice. Very certain, not me. I have my moments. Yeah. So small back extension. We can then go into your full swan dive if your back allows. Keeping your elbows down to the last minute. If you get issues with your shoulders, keep your hands by your side and lift up, breathing out to lift. I am just changing the music. I'm not just looking at it. It's just gone on to the sound of the track. Which might be a bit more interesting than the other one, actually. We can then use the roller. You can have your shoulders free, you don't have to go back to dark, you wish. A lovely one. Keep the arms straight, drawing the shoulder blade down, not lifting for the moment. Sam was away then, she's gone. Keep the arms straight, move the shoulder blade up and down your back, don't lift, push. Keep the arms straight. Gliding joints. Draw the shoulder blade down, then we can lift up and take it back down. Breathing out to lift. Breathing in to return. So we do this for gliders, we do this with the Pilates ball, Pilates ring. People at home can stay doing that if you haven't got a roller. You can hold that lifted position for 10, 9, 8. I'm not going to count anymore, was I? You count, would you? When people get really stern towards the end. They never say, oh, Lynn, it's 2. It's 1 now. 2, 1. Don't even think about doing any extra. Cat stretch, just stretch yourself out of that. Fun coming up with a roller, guys. It is Lynn Joyner fun. Push-ups. Say hurrah. You have your push-up bars, use them. So you can have your box position push-ups as normal variations. 3/4 push-up. The variation with the roller, actually, you could have the roller underneath your chest. So you can have that as your feedback. You'll get as low as the roller. That might be your way of doing it. Otherwise, with the roller, have one hand on there. Push up. Take it across. The 3/4 version looks like this. Roll it across. Or not. Don't have to use it. It's just something to make the class more interesting. Those of you who can do full push-up, it looks like this. We're doing 10, 20 all together. So Liz, you need to be actually on your hands then. You need to be on your hands.
My hands.
Yeah, then bend your elbows. Yeah, otherwise it's not a push-up. But you don't need to be on the roller for this one, unless you have it on. Boys, I've got problems with my feet. So do it under your shins then, put it underneath your shins. Right. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah. Keep the legs at 90 degrees. That's it. Yeah. But you still have to be on your hands though, Liz. There's no getting out of that bit. Make sure your body weight is forward, guys. Body weight is forward. Your short elbows are still back. Just have a look. What I see sometimes is people here, I've exaggerated it. You want the body weight forward. And even if you don't bend the elbows as much, I don't mind. Less pressure. But Liz, you'd have the knees lifted from the... do you need to do that? Yeah, you do. You don't have to actually if you don't want to. I'm scrubbing my floors today. Yeah. Happy with that? That's your stretch. Helen's leading us in the stretch. I would have to look at her thinking, Karen or Helen? Karen or Helen? No, it's Helen.
Yeah.
Stretch through the chest. Happy? So we've done a lot of work on working with our face down. Now we can do some work. We work the quads, we massage them, we stretch them. It will ping back. So we then have to work the opposite muscle, the back of the thigh. We have our feet on the roller. Don't need a roller if you don't have one. Karen seems to share a roller, so I'm quite interested. I'd be interested in camera to see how they're coping with that. Unless they're just taking it in turns with each other. You can lift the hips and roll down through the spine. So if we can play with the position of the roller, we can bring it a little bit further away. See how that affects your hamstrings, back of the thigh. So you don't have to curl your feet around the roller. Make sure the legs, the feet kind of square on so you don't get cramped. Bring the roller a bit further away. Lift. Bring the roller a bit further away. And lift. And it gets to the point where your legs are straight. Have a look. Now your back of knees may not like that. Have a look at what I'm doing. This is now more glutes rather than hamstrings. Yeah. So we can play with this. Bring the roller into your desired position. Lift your hips. Leg up towards the ceiling. You do 10 on one leg or 10 on the other or not. You decide. You tell me. You are in charge. And then 10 on the other side. That leg should be straight. Like an annoying. Oh. Then try that with the legs straight. You don't want to do the one leg, do both legs together. Lift. There might be soft tissue left, touching the floor, as long as your lean tissue is working. Change to the leg. But you won't get cramped with this one. I'm liking the sound effects though. Yeah, so you can hug your knees to chest, massage that lower back. Good, back in the other direction. Good, so we've worked the back of the thigh. Now we can massage them, yes? Or we could just rub on, we could just rub. I caught myself doing it, Lisa was copying you there. So then we can, the rollers are really good. This is where you want your textured one, the rumble roller. Yeah, this is okay for hamstrings. Use your push-up bars if you've got them with you. It's actually quite pleasant, I think.
More pleasant than the front.
Much more pleasant than on them. I think more padding with the hamstrings. Research has shown that if you're going to use a foam roller, the hamstrings get the most benefit. Again, you could use the ladybird. Or, I like what Elaine's doing. She's against the wall. My glamorous assistant. There's a bit of a pink thing going on over this side. Cordula, you need to be this side. In fact, you should be that side. Have you just spotted that?
Jill, you're letting the side down. Always.
My OCD I know what to do for the best. Feet in, feet out. In case you're wondering back home, there's 1, 2, 3, 5 people with a pink variation top, and there's Jill in blue. But then on the other side of the room, there's Cordula with pink. Lift the leg, so you could swing the legs, the body through, especially if you've got long arms or if you've got the push-up bars. That's it, yes. And now we can get on to massaging the calf muscles. So we could use a roller. I really like using the tennis ball or the spiky ball for this because you can target the muscles much better. Less pressure on the wrists as well. So using the spiky ball. Or tennis ball. The the rubber balls that people use for dogs, there's dense balls, you can use those, they're really good. Is that cricket ball? What did you say, Cordula? Yeah. We can do the outside of the the calf muscle, the inside. We've got the two heads. Gastrocnemius, drop that into your conversation at some point today. So the two heads here, the soleus is a bit deeper down. So you're right down by the Achilles as well. Anybody that wears high heels a lot. All the time. If you're, when you wear trainers, your heels are slightly elevated. If you get, actually the calves, I think they're kind of, we don't realise how many, they can cause issues. You don't necessarily feel anything in the calf muscles themselves, but they can cause tightnesses elsewhere. Change to the leg. People with plantar fasciitis, this can help if you've massaged the calves, massage the feet, and then we'll be stretching later on. This can help a lot. I forgot to say massage on the front can help with shin splints. You shouldn't ache after today. How were you after last week?
Definitely.
Glutes. Yes, Sally. She said glutes. We like the words. The glutes. Feeling that they've worked. DOMS, your delayed onset muscular soreness. We like DOMS, don't we? Say yes then. Right. Thank you. So we've massaged the calves. We can then let's do an experiment. We're going to see how the spiky ball can help us with our hips. Let's do a test. So lying on your back. This can help with sore backs as well, actually. Ankle across my knee. My right ankle's across my left knee. My hip bones are level, and I'm using my hand span to see how high is that knee above the floor. So for me at the moment, it's almost 2 hand spans. It's approximation. It doesn't really matter. Just an approximation. Change to the side. See how we are on the other side. Hip bones are level. How high is that knee above the floor? That's your measure there. Good. So then now we can get the spiky ball or tennis ball, sit on it. This one can be done against the wall if your wrists are sore or uncomfortable. Look closer to the camera so you can see. Yes. Have a rummage around. Find a sweet spot. I think somebody's found theirs. I'll pay you at the end. So we've got those little piriformis, and it goes from the thigh bone across to the sacrum there. It spans across the sacroiliac joint. That can become tight. The sciatic nerve can intertwine through it, and if that goes tight, that can be what's causing sciatica. Sometimes if there's issues with the disc pressing on the nerve, that can then cause this muscle to go into spasm and tighten on that sciatic nerve. So we massage it, that can help. If could, would, might, should. Have a rummage around, see where, when I'm with clients and I'm doing massage, I can actually trace the line that's almost across the glutes. I can remember a physio saying to me once, he said, I'm using full effort and I'm getting 20% depth. Change this, turn the other cheek, get that one in. Yes, yes. And you might not feel it as much this side. I don't feel this one as much this side. Bend your knee, get a bit more depth. Lisa. Have a rummage. So it might be on the side, might be more sensitive. People with fasciitis, that can help. It might be. It might be because you've got the insertion and you've got the, I've forgotten the other end. One end's insertion points. If you find a bit of interest, stay on it. What do you call it? Sweet spot, otherwise. So. If you're finding this is something that might be something you could do on a daily basis. So that's one way of massaging. You use your ladybird, or you can use your fingers. Some people do use before. The ladybird is the best option. I like Karen's version. This is what I've got here. But you can get different animals with legs for massaging. So we're going to go from inner thigh, from knee to groin. We were doing this in Yo Valley on Monday morning, and then somebody was walking past, wondering what we were doing, I think. I'm not quite sure I should be in this position either in front of the camera. So knee to groin. Get me a few, that might get me a few views.
It's gonna be done anyway.
X-rated. Might give me a few more viewers. I remember teaching, I was teaching Zumba on Zoom, and I got Zoom hacked. I put the link out on Twitter, well, without any kind of security. So I got you obviously got out onto some websites, then all this like porn on there. I had an 18-year-old dancing in the, oh no, she might be 16. I was going, don't look at the camera, just listen to the music. And then I had to switch it off, but I couldn't stop. And I was like apologising to everybody, and then somebody said, "Oh, I would like to have been there." So you actually seen some people's pelvic floor up close with a and the leg. I stayed in doing admin last night. Can you tell? Knee to groin. But yeah, surprisingly tender in the thighs. What do we think? Sometimes we might have problems with our knees. Our knees might be coming because we're weak on this outer thigh. It might be because we're tight on the inner thigh. You could use a ladybird. You could do quads, outer thigh, anywhere on the body, but we're focusing on the inner thigh for now. The last tool in our toolbox, lying on your back. Have you done both legs? Sometimes I think it and I forget to say it. So now your knees are bent, right ankle across your knee. Let that knee open out. So have a look, my left knee is bent as well. My left knee is bent as well. Sally. There we go. I feel like you can't see. Try to see why you put your mat there now. Put your hand on your knee, push that knee outward, and then gently push your knee into your hands. I'm stopping my knee from lifting up. And then I should be able to relax it and bring that knee further down. So from that position, so my body responds quite well to this one. This is your 20%, 20 seconds, 4 times a day. Bring the other leg towards you for your stretch. Is it good? Change the other leg, ankle across your knee. Push that knee out as far as it will go, gently. No discomfort. Put your hand on your knee. Push the knee upwards into the hand is stopping it. Let that knee relax outwards. That should help improve your flexibility as well for your hips. Gently push your knee into your hand. That could help with piriformis as well, help with back issues. We can then bring the other leg towards you for your stretch there. We'll ask Karen and Keith if I help them with their flexibility at the end of the class. Straighten out the leg. Let's do our test to see how that helps with our flexibility. So for me, that's brought mine down. Sort of like a span a little bit. Oh, I think the music's on shuffle. Into the leg, a bit of help on the side. Mine's not quite as good on that side. Have you seen improvement? What do you think?
Yeah.
Thank you, is the right answer. Let's massage our backs. So again, we could Elaine was doing, take the roller, have it on your back here. And just target either side of the spine. Oh, this is your bit now, Elaine. This is for you. But either side of the spine. Sometimes the back muscles can go into spasm as a protective. There's nothing actually really seriously wrong with the back. Somebody's saying that they were reading a British medical journal article, and it's saying a lot of people have back operations, but they haven't actually helped the situation. So having a pain doesn't always necessarily mean it's an issue. That's the point of the issue. Oh, look, let's come up the back between the shoulder blades. Make sure you haven't got your hoodie in the way or your ponytail. You must be on shuffle. Go over the shoulder blade itself, the lats. Yeah, so just massage. If you feel like you want to stay on a particular part of the back, stay on it. You can just imagine, where were you last week, Elaine? Where were you last week?
Where was the song? I was in West Ventura.
So just imagine we're with Elaine on holiday last week. Yeah, support your head. Some people will lie on the back on the floor with a spiky ball as well. That's another way of doing it. Or against the wall if you wanted to, like we did at the beginning of the class. The time is moving on quickly. Let's now lie on our back. We can do some direct. We've done some core work already. Let's do some direct work to the abs. We can tilt the pelvis forward and back. I'm going to whisk you through these next few exercises. It's going to be a whistle-stop tour. Hold on. It's an exciting ride. From pelvic tilt from here. Right leg to tabletop, brace, brace. Left leg to tabletop, that knee shifts. That left leg goes down. And then the right. Left leg to tabletop, brace, brace. Imprint the spine. Lower back touches the mat. Left leg to tabletop. Take it back down with any movement. Keep the lower back in contact with the mat. Next level, to stay at the level that suits you. Right leg to tabletop, brace. Left leg to tabletop, pelvic tilt. Using your stomach muscles, we're going to bring our hips towards our ribs. Small movements. Breathing out. So make sure we're not just swinging the legs. Let's tilt that to the mat. Elaine, go back to the initial one if you want to. Or just do ordinary pelvic tilt. Tilt to the max. Are ready for 10, 9. If your back is sore, have a look. Go back to, you can just do that one if you want to. Yeah. How many of what are we on?
1.
Hold that tension. Otherwise, rest your legs if you want to. Just do upper body if you want to. Again, if your back's sore, you might want to just do upper body. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to return. So the easy one for back is here. Them at tight, tight, tight. And it's a stretch for the back in some respects. So that's quite good. You're staying in tabletop. Keep the tension on. Breathing out to lift. Imagine I'm standing on your stomach. What are the abdominals?
I like tight, tight.
Oh, thank you. Holding it tight, pelvic floor switched on. Hold it from here for 10, 9, 8. Not as if we've got any sort of prolapse. We've got Izzy, pelvic health specialist at Blue Sky, the physios. Hold it there. We can then do our toe taps or heel taps. We're keeping that distance the same between our ribs and the hips. Imagine I'm still standing on your stomach. Apparently Joseph Pilates used to. Got nearly 12,000 views on my TikTok, second most successful video I've put on. With Andrew standing on my stomach. Opposite shoulder, opposite knee. I'll send it through to the group. Opposite shoulder, opposite knee. We can then go to stay at the level that suits you. We can go to back much earlier level if that's better for your back. We do single leg stretch. We can do opposite shoulder, opposite knee. And we can do our finale. Leg that towards the ceiling, come down to the point of bite, not into your back, but making the abdominals do the work. Hold it. We can pulse it for 10, if you wish. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Can you feel the burn?
1.
I'll take that as a yes from Sally.
Yeah.
Big stretch, hands as far away from the feet as you can. Bring your hands out to the side, bend your knees. Glue your feet and knees together. We can do our hip roll from side to side, using the ribs to pull on the hip. Keeping the shoulder blades down. That's your, Elaine, that's a lovely, yeah, that's a lovely one for your back. Some of you might want to have your legs in tabletop. That's your next progression. Still keep the shoulder blades down. Legs straight. You can go around the world. Only if your legs, if your hamstrings are flexible enough. But and rest it there. So now we can do our hip flexor stretch. This is nice. Then on the roller. So if you want, you don't have to. We have the roller underneath our back. Tuck your right knee to chest. That left leg straight. Ideally, that left foot is touching the floor. You want it right underneath your bottom almost. Otherwise, just lie on the floor and do it. Yeah. I keep talking about doing it off the edge of the table, off the edge of the bed. Guys, you change to the leg, and I'll just show you the option on the stage. I'll get on it. So you could, so you might go to my bed, or from out on the edge. See that? My leg can dangle down. Just sort of my knee, yeah. Try it on a dining room table or your bed. On the stage if you want to. But one leg is straight, one leg is bent. Right, Helen? She's miles away there. Good. We can now come to the bit we've been waiting for. Oh no, let's stretch. Before we do that exciting bit, stretch the back of the thigh because we've already massaged the hamstring. Your flexibility, your hamstring flexibility might be here. That's fine. Yeah, sorry. I've made the same mistake all week. Point of flexion. You think by Thursday, Wednesday night, I don't know. That leg should be straight, guys. I'm seeing people with bent legs. You're not stretching the hamstrings if the leg's not straight. Look at me getting assertive there. In the thigh. And then bring that leg across. Keep the bottom down, both cheeks, hip bones level, point and flex. Flossing that sciatic nerve. That should be able to move more freely because we've used the spiky ball. Change the other leg. Point and flex your foot. This is the nice bit, guys. Inner thigh stretch, keep your bottom down, hip bones level. Bring that leg across, bottom down, point and flex your foot, support the leg if you need to. We've bridged on our back, we've bridged on our front, now we need to bridge on our... That was lacking enthusiasm then. If you've got issues with your shoulders, that will be your option for one alternative. If your shoulders are okay, if you don't like using the roller, you can just massage your leg with the ladybird. Another option, and somebody did it this week, you could do your side bridge and massage out the thigh. Or you can just lie down and have a snooze. I like that. With the roller, we've got the dreaded one. It's low on the pleasure pay on the scale. If you find it uncomfortable, don't have to do it. So I've got both legs. What I can do is use that knee to take some of the pressure off. You do get used to it after a while. Bottom leg is straight. The top leg is bent. Yeah. Side bridge then, Liz, but you can use use the ladybird for massage your arm to side. 2 for the price of 1. So this one is you're getting your massage And you're working your waistband muscles. Yes, Elaine. I'm just liking seeing a different variation. People that are on the rollers, go straight to side bridge now, and that will feel delicious. There's something about that one. And I think it's to do with that release of pressure. That almost will feel pleasurable. What do we think? Head back in line with your body. Beautifully synchronized. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to return. Well done. Yeah, that is a tough one on shoulders. It's tough on shoulders, yeah. Let's do the same. Match what you did on the other side. If you just use your roller, if you just use your ladybird, just use your ladybird. This one. You might not be as sensitive, you might be more sensitive this side. Lots of debate about IT band. IT band, you can't stretch it. Very hard tendon, very stiff. And there's lots of trigger points. It might be those that, again, this is a bit of a squash muscle against the bone one. But a lot of people do get benefits from rolling IT, inverted commas. Use the other leg to take the pressure off. Okay, still use your ladybird while you're doing your side bridge. Reap the price of one, that one. Real bargain. Let's do our side bridges to see how delicious that feels. Lift that top leg if you wanted to. You're nearly there, Elaine. She's still smiling. And rest there. Good. Come onto your hands and knees. Let's do our cat stretch. Let the back dip. We can go into downward dog, stretching through the calf muscles here. Walk your hands in. You can do your rolling out to stand. Big stretch up towards the ceiling onto your tiptoes. Let's do our spiky ball test again to see if that's helped any further. Back straight, legs straight. So mine is straight here. And now I'm touching even further down. What do you think? How you're... I will change this the direction of the camera. Now we can use the spiky ball. We can use it for pec minor here. There's a very magic spot at the top of the shoulders. You can get into the top of the shoulders, into the wall. I'm just going to change this to show. Izzy, I'm going to go there if you don't mind being in the camera. Izzy, I'm going to come there as well, if that's all right. If you want to move, you can. Sorry. Here she is, Izzy. She's moved. You want to really get into the wall though. Come on. So here now. So top of the shoulders into the wall. So down. So the back of the shoulders, we can do between the shoulder blades. Pec minor, we can do right at the front. Izzy, she can go back in now, I've got more space. No. But you can use a spiky ball anywhere. Oh. This ties into the pec minor release. You remember that one with this hands on your shoulders, pushing your shoulders into your hands and stretching. That one ties into that one, pec minor release there. Oh, I'll take you out of camera as well, Liz. Yeah, really nice. We used to get ladybird and massage each other's backs, didn't we, before COVID? Done it a couple of times. Sometimes we get in a circle and massage each other's backs. Well done. So for our stretch, Carry on if you carry on. Hands behind your back, tilt the head from side to side. That should feel more easy. Turn your head. Tilt the head and the head roll round. Just that reminder, if you massage your pec minor, if you did your pec minor release, have a nice evening. We could do our flossing there, median nerve. Somebody came to me this week. She fell over and she hurt her hands. She's been told it might be the median nerve. This is the median nerve flossing there, just to remind you. But circle the wrists, circle the ankles. Last one for the neck. Gently push the head into the hand, just throwing all these in at the end. And that can help. So Jill could have the back of her head into the wall. She pushed the back of her head into the wall, head rest. That's another one for traps. Circle the shoulders, circle wrists, circle ankles. Rotate your body in a very carefree fashion. Perhaps a lot in there. So if you want to look back at it, you can to remind yourselves. Any questions, feedback, let me know. Otherwise, have a good evening, a good week, and see you soon.
Okay.
You're most welcome. Well done, guys. Let's switch it off.
Press it on you. I'm shut.